Hello everyone, welcome back to ITversity YouTube channel, and this is Raghu. So today we are starting a brand new playlist, and this is Apache Kafka for beginners from zero to hero. So Apache Kafka is one of the most widely used distributed message queue in the industry, and there is a lot of interest around Kafka in the industry. So in this particular playlist, we try to cover everything related to the origin of Kafka, how it works, the internals of Kafka, everything from a beginner's point of view. So if you're somebody who is interested in learning the basics of Kafka, then this playlist is right for you. We start with understanding what is batch processing and then real-time processing, because it is really important to understand this before you jump into a data ingestion or message queue platform like Kafka. And then we talk about like what were the problems faced before the invention of Kafka. And then we introduce Kafka. We talk about the important concepts related to Kafka like topics, brokers, partition, replication, and all of this. Towards the end, we will also be talking about some of the real world use cases of Kafka. Now we have designed this playlist in such a way that you get like bite-sized lessons. So each video will be around 5 to 10 minutes, and we will be releasing one video every week so that you get enough time to go through that and come back and watch the remaining part of the series. And in case if you are somebody who is watching the video from our channel for the very first time, then consider subscribing to ITversity channel. Also click on the like button if you like this series. Consider sharing this entire playlist with your friends, and also let us know in comments what are the topics that you want us to come up with. See, at ITversity, we are committed to come up with tech content which is industry relevant. For example, we have regular contents coming in the area of data engineering, generative AI, and all these technologies. So if you want us to come up with some of your interesting topics, then do let us know in the comments, and we will jump into the series right away. As part of the first video in the Apache Kafka for Beginners series, we are going to discuss something called batch processing in context of Kafka. So in this lesson, you will understand what is batch processing, and I will take a very simple example so that you understand it and why is it relevant in terms of Kafka. So let's jump in.
Okay. So it's important to understand what problems does Kafka try to solve and where does Kafka fit in the data engineering ecosystem, right? So the first thing that I want to talk about is something called batch processing versus real-time processing. Broadly speaking, these are two type of workloads that you typically find in any data engineering project, right? So some of you might be even familiar with it, but I just thought I will give it a shot so that people who are very new to this understand this. So let's first understand batch processing with a simple example. Now what you see on my screen is, imagine you are working for a major bank with millions of customers, right? So this bank has a lot of credit cards in circulation. So millions of credit cards are in circulation. And just imagine that, people are constantly using these credit cards. And maybe it is the time of holiday season, maybe it is Black Friday or Christmas season, and people keep on using their credit card. So you can see here in this picture that a lot of users, and they swipe their credit card left and right, a lot of transactions are happening. Now in a batch processing pipeline, typically what happens is when you swipe your credit card, imagine, and that data gets landed in a database. Now this can be any RDBMS platform. Let's consider something like Oracle or MySQL for that matter. So the first step is that the transaction is collected in some sort of a transactional system, let's say a database, right? Now remember, these are millions of transactions, right? And then over a period of time, there is this ETL process, or this extract, transform, and load process, which is going to copy the data from your transactional system and dump it into a central place, something like a data lake. Now, if you're working for the bank, on a typical day, a lot of users might swipe their credit card. So all these transactions goes into your database, and end of the day, an ETL process runs and copies this data into the data lake. So the important point you need to remember here is that the transactions are not immediately getting transferred to a data lake. but they're first captured in a database, and maybe at the end of the day, or maybe once in 2 days, these are get copied into a data lake. Now, I'm just giving an example of a data lake because that is how modern data engineering projects are centered around, but this can be any platform where you want to store the original copy of your data, right? So all these transactions comes in, they pour in, and the ETL process copies them and dump it into a data lake. Now, this happens every day, right? Now, at the end of the month, what is going to happen? Let's say you have a manager. So this guy is your manager, right? So he just want to know like, okay, last month, how many total transactions happened, or which are my top 10 customers who are spending most of the amount in credit card, or which are my top 10 customers who are redeeming the reward points, something like that, right? So this manager might use some sort of an analytical tool, can be Spark, Snowflake, BigQuery, Redshift, depending on the use case, and then they are going to query the data in the data lake. So this is batch processing. So what happens in batch processing is that you first collect the data, right? Now, collecting the data can happen daily, weekly, monthly, depending on your scenario, right? And then you dump it in a central place, something like a data lake, right? And then what happens? You analyze the data. Now, the manager can ask questions like, okay, who are my top spending customers last month, or last quarter, or last year? I don't know. So depending on that, batches of data gets processed. Now imagine the manager want to generate a report every month, the top 10 customers who spend most money on their credit card. This report will run every month on the last month data. So that is what we call a batch of data. Now, what I want you to, what is the takeaway from this example is that the first thing is that you have enough time to run a batch pipeline. You collect the data, store it, and you're not going to immediately analyze it. If you want, you can do it, but typically batch pipelines runs on a longer batch of data, 1 month, 1 quarter, 1 year, whatever. So there is a time gap, or there is the luxury of time when you do batch processing. The second thing I want you to understand is that all these tools are involved. First, it gets captured in a transactional system. Then the ETL tool will, dump it into a data lake or a central repository. Then an analytical tool will come and process it. And this is something that people were doing for years, probably, I don't know, maybe last 50 years or more than that, right? But it's very important to understand what is batch processing to appreciate real-time processing or streaming data processing, right? And this is batch processing is also called historical data processing. So in the next lesson, we will have a look at real-time data processing or streaming data processing. Thank you.
I hope you really enjoyed our first lesson in the Apache Kafka for Beginners course. So like I said, subscribe to our channel and hit on the bell icon so that you will be notified when we upload the next video in this series, or any video for that matter in our channel. And this is Raghu signing off. I'll see you in another video next time. Thank you.